going in. Look like it's snowing in. The smokers are throwing money. They thinking it's fucking funny, but I'm getting money. I'm getting money. I only live one way. That's Monday to Sunday.
Oh, I kind of want to jam for a little while, man. What's up with y'all, man? What's up? What's up? We'll look to another show, man. NBA Talk with Jay, the live show, right? I have started posting videos overnight. I hope you guys are checking them out. Hope you're hitting the like button, subscribing. Also sharing the videos as well, guys. Even though I don't have to be the only one that share them. You can share the videos to your social media as well, guys. But regardless of all that, let's get straight down to business here, guys. Three top plays on the card. Gonna break down every NBA play as I do every single day, 11 a.m. Eastern. Like I say, if you can, hit the like button, subscribe, share the show, tell your friends and family, and let's try to get some cash here, guys. It's all business here, guys. It's all business. First game up. We're going to the streets of Orlando here, guys. We have the Magic getting 9.5 points versus the Bucks. You guys know how I feel about the Bucks. I love this team, but they are somewhat a little bit overvalued in the market, and they're one of those top tier teams that don't not necessarily say they don't care about the regular season, but they will pick and choose their spots where they won't show up full throttle, in my opinion. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't have a play on this game, but looking deeper into it, this could be one of those games, right? The Magic, they've lost 8 straight games. Y'all know how I usually feel. I mean, when this is a team that's lost 8 straight, half of you could say, all right, they're a fade. You could just fade them every single time. On the other end, you say at some point this team is going to win a game, going to cover a game. I'm not saying that they're going to win this game outright or cover this game, but I know that I'm not laying the 9.5 with the Bucks. That's what I do know. The Magic are horrible right now, but they've had a lot of guys in and out of lineup. Suggs, Bamba, Gary Harris, Wendell Carter Jr. as well, in and out of Okiki as well. So a ton of injuries. They did get Fultz back, I believe, and Cole Anthony, but they're missing Suggs. They need Bamba and Wendell Carter Jr. and they need everybody, to be honest with you, man. So like I said, I'm not gonna waste your time. Don't have much on this game, but I do know that Brook Lopez is questionable in this one. Grayson Allen and Drew Holiday, and Giannis as well. If I'm not, who's playing this game, man? In theory, Giannis, Drew Holiday, and Allen, I believe, sat out the last game. So in theory, they should be back here, but like I say, man, these guys pick and choose when they want to play. They know that they could beat this team regardless. I don't feel comfortable laying 9.5 on the road. I couldn't get there with myself saying, oh, Bucks minus 9.5, this is a lock. No, I couldn't get there. So Magic plus a 9.5. The only way I could look here, maybe pay attention to the injury report. It's going to be a lot of moving parts here. I'd lean Magic though, to be honest with you. So it's a tough game for me, but they do have the length to keep up with the Bucks there. It's just all about shooting. If they're not hitting their shots, they will get smoked in this game. Bucks are 9-1-1 against the spread last 11 in Orlando, and 8-2-1 against the spread last 11 meetings. So I guarantee you the Bucks probably come in here looking at this game like this shit's gonna be easy. Like we can win this game easily. So they probably could. I don't have much on it. I'm gonna stop wasting your time. I'd lean Magic though, plus a 9.5. Won't be a bit surprised to see if they cover their game, guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Charlotte here, guys. I'm trying to get more info on this game. I did a video last night. I already bet the Clippers. I'm on them. I bet them with -1.5 and some -2.5. So, but then I get a guy that DMs me and tells me that Clippers kind of were out partying last night. Not necessarily the whole team, but he does say that he saw Robert Covington and a few other guys in the club last night. I'm just here to bring you the info. It could matter. It may not. I'll tell you why I bet this game. I think that Paul George and Kawhi are coming back here. And if that happens, if they know that, maybe that's why Rocco went out and party. He's not even in the rotation right now. So I'm not worried about Robert Covington. I'm worried about any of those 5 starters or top 7 guys in the rotation. Norman Powell is out right now, but Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, they went through a practice. When was that, last Friday? The game that they played the Kings on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. But on Friday, the day before that, they went through a full practice. They didn't. I don't think they played versus the Kings because that was an early start type of game. Probably didn't really get to go through their full routine, things like that, stretch out, things like that. So maybe that's why they didn't play versus the Kings. And it showed. The team came out very flat. It seems like they thought that their guys were coming back, and then right before the game, they weren't. And then they came out flat as a pancake versus the Kings. Lost that game by 30 points. The Clippers, though, it's time for you to try to start stacking up some wins if you think you're a top-tier team over there in the West. They are 8-0 straight up and 7-1 against the spread last 8 games versus the Hornets. You can somewhat say they own the Hornets here, guys. They're 6-1 against the spread last 7 in Charlotte, and historically 18-6 against the spread last 24 meetings. So it goes back even further. Maybe they just own the Hornets, but this is a bounce back J spot off 2 straight losses, and you got smacked up by damn near 30 versus the Kings. 5-2 against the spread last 7 road games. 5-2 against the spread last 7 after ATS loss. Also 9-2 against the spread last 11 games versus losing teams with the that's 40% win percentage or lower, my guys. Hornets only 1-5 against the spread last 6 Monday games. They like to go out and party as well. They know they're not going anywhere. Rozier, I know that Miles Bridges is not on the team right now. PJ Washington, Kelly Oubre, these guys like to party as well, man. So maybe that could be why they're not as good on Mondays as well. And also only 2-6 against the spread last 8 games versus winning teams here. So I did take the Clippers last night. It's up to 3.5, 4. Now it's a couple 3.5s out there if you have like offshore books, but basically -4. It's going to 4.5. If you follow the channel, we got on this last night. I'll be honest with you guys. Right now, you might want to stay off or pay attention to the injury report. Still trying to get more info on who that was that went out with them last night. But I'll be honest, I don't really care. This is the Hornets we're talking about, man. I don't now. I'll tell you this, guys. What do I like to do? I like to take West Coast teams going to the East Coast, but somewhat of a different situation here. I must say, out of the 3 picks I like today, this probably is the least, but I'm still on it. I still like the Clippers here, even at -4. It's just that I hope you guys understand me getting that info. It makes me a little hesitant now, and I'm taking this thinking Paul George and Kawhi are in here for sure. So obviously, if they're ruled in, this line might shoot up to 7, but I fully expect them to get in here, guys. Like I said, it's kind of half-half. You can take it if you like. I am expecting them to be in there. Obviously, if they're out, the Hornets might flip to be the favorite, but regardless, I'm on Clippers here, guys. So I'm on it. It's a pick. It's an official pick. We gave it out last night, -2.5. I need the Clippers here, -4, whatever. So I need them. I already bet it, so I need it. Regardless, if they went to the club, West Coast, East Coast, all that, I need them to come out here and smash the Hornets today, my guys. All right, now let's go to the next game here. Now, one I haven't sent this video out yet, guys. So what do we have here? We're going to the streets of Toronto here, guys. And what do the Raptors do? They cook at the house, my guys. What are y'all saying? What are y'all saying at the house? PG is more valuable than Kawhi right now. I like it. Zubac double. Yeah, hope Zubac wasn't in the club. Hope he wasn't in the club, my guy. We need him. But let's talk about this Raptors game here, man. The Raptors 9-2 straight up at the house, guys. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's up with the home cooking, but these guys ball out at the house is what they do. And it's kind of crazy because last year they're flipping it. Last year they were ass at the house and then they were balling on the road. This year it's the exact opposite. They're not so good on the road. At the house, they're balling, they're making shots, everything. It must be the home cooking. They match up well with the Celtics, guys. They've beaten the Celtics the last 3 meetings as well. What do they have here? They have the rest advantage with sticky defense. This is something that I'm going to start to look into here. This is something I want to start doing here, guys. When you have not necessarily better defense, but when you have a really good defense and you have more energy to give to the game, and the other team is on a back-to-back and they just played a game, this is a spot that I'd like to take. I think I'm going to start taking this damn near every single time, and I think it's going to cash at a 70% clip here, guys. So we had the rest advantage plus sticky defense. They're 4-1 against the spread last 5 home games, 7-2 against the spread last 9 home games versus winning teams with the road winning percentage of 60% or more. Obviously, it's the Celtics here. They ball out. I believe they're 12-2 or something like that on the road. Guys ball out, man. But you have the Raptors 12-5 against the spread last 17 home games versus winning teams. This team turns up at the house when big dogs come in their gym. And the Celtics only 1-5 against the spread last 6 Monday games. They are 9-0 against the spread last 9 versus Toronto, but it comes to an end today, my guys. They're off a back-to-back intense game versus the Nets, and they head out on the West Coast for 4 more road games right after this game. So this is a second game of a 6-game road trip for the Celtics. I do think the Celtics will look a little different on this road trip. Let's just put it that way. This is the 3rd game in 4 nights plus a back-to-back for the Celtics here. What do they have? Horford played 33 minutes last night. He's already been ruled doubtful or whatever. Tatum 37 minutes last night. Grant Williams, 36 minutes. Jaylen Brown, 40 minutes. I know these are somewhat younger guys, but it still matters, especially traveling to Toronto as well, where you have to go through customs and it's not necessarily the regular back-to-back. It's a little bit more of an extensive process getting over there into Canada on the back-to-back, guys. So regards to that, I like the Raptors here. I hopped on them last night, plus 1.5, money on plus 100. Regards, they're up to -1 now. I still like them. You can take money line -110, or you could take Raptors -1, -105. I don't think it'll matter. Either Celtics win this game. Whoever wins this game is winning by double digits. I can tell you that. Now, Celtics, they're somewhat of a juggernaut. Could they still win by double digits and get out in a fast break, lock them on defense? It could happen, guys. Nothing's guaranteed. But I'm willing to go with the Raptors here, the team that's needing to stack up wins, the 9-2 straight up team at the house with the rest advantage as well, with the long, lengthy defenders that can go up against the Celtics, and they stop you in transition as well. That's how the Celtics like to beat you. Raptors should be able to get whatever they want inside the paint, my God. That's what, if really you want to know how to beat the Celtics, obviously you have to play some defense and good transition defense, but you can get whatever you want inside the paint versus the Celtics, guys. I think teams are starting to notice that, and I think that's why the Raptors are a good matchup in our opinion. For us, for the Celtics, but for them it's a bad matchup. Give me the Raptors here, -1, money line all out. I will go money line official since it's -110. Raptors, I need them. Dinos, baby. Let's go. I know it's hard to fade the Celtics, but I fully believe this shit's cashing here, guys. You know, I don't take something unless I absolutely love it. Bet whatever you absolutely love. And I love the Raptors here, guys. Let's keep it going here. All right, let's go to the streets of Atlanta here, guys. I don't like this game. I'll tell you that right now. The info said, inside info, Trae Young's fighting with his coach. I don't like it. It's not a bet on. The Hawks could get the job done here. I would like to lean their way. I'm not betting on them right now. They got a lot of shit going on right now. Obviously, they've been had stuff going on with Collins. Now you got Trae Young. He said he was out the last game because Nate McMillan told him he was going to have to come off the bench. Trae Young, he said either come off the bench or don't show up to the arena. Trae Young's like, all right, I'm not playing then. Simple. So I don't like that. That's inner turmoil. It's not buy-on situation. I would like to lean Hawks here. They could get whatever they want in the paint, but I'm not taking this game. And their bench's ass as well. So Hawks bench ass. Got stuff going on with John Collins being disconnected with the team. Now you got Trae Young fighting with the coach. I don't care about this game. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, hey, the Thunder could win the game. You know what I'm saying? So they ball out plus a 6. The lines come down from 7. I don't like this game, guys. I'm sorry. I just here to bring you the info about Trae Young and the Hawks. I don't think it's necessary bet on situation right now. He could come out pissed off, want to show Nate McMillan, try to go for 50. But I just hope you guys understand I'm staying far away from Hawks games right now, guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Houston here. We have the Rockets getting 8 points versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Another game that I don't have much on. In theory, Sixers should smoke these guys. They should smoke them out of the water, or like how you do with the bone, whatever. They should gas them up here. But Rockets first game back off of a road trip. I don't like this game. James Harden is likely coming back here for Philly, but that gives motivation on the Rockets side. Somewhat, they got smacked both times versus Denver. Then you go beat a red hot Phoenix Suns team as 11.5-point underdogs. And then they was up against Golden State, got smoked. Come home, first game off 4-game road trip. I don't know what to do with this game. I'd like to take Philly. They're off a couple straight losses. All you need them to take this game at least a little bit serious, and they can win by double digits. It's just I don't want to lay it on the road with the Sixers. They head home for a little home stand after this. But after 2 straight losses, I lean Philly. It was at 7 last night. If I was taking the Sixers, I would have took them at 7 last night. So if I was on this, you guys would have known last night. It's up to 8. Would like to lean that way, but not something that I'm on, guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Memphis here, guys. We have the Grizzlies laying 1 point versus the Miami Heat, guys. I like the Heat here. I like the Heat. They're 4-1 straight up last 5 games, 4-1-1 against the spread last 6 games, guys. This team is due to stack up wins, in my opinion. And what are we doing again? That's a new angle of mine. We're going with the sticky defense with the rest advantage. Heat here, 2 days rest advantage. They are coming off a big win over the Celtics. And it went to overtime as well. But I think this team, it's a little bit different here because this team was basically derailed with injuries, guys. You see what I'm saying? They were the walking wounded for a while. They started to play a lot better. Now they're basically damn near fully healthy here. So I think the Heat are a bye team right now. I think that this is going to be a sustained bye for at least maybe like the next week or week or two, guys. You'll be catching me on the Heat here a lot. Once they're starting to figure out a style of basketball, and they're starting to get healthy here. So I know Jimmy's questionable. I don't see why he wouldn't play. He just has 16 days off, but I understand first game back, and then, you know what I'm saying, go to overtime, could have some knee soreness. But with 2 days off, Jimmy, you got to get your ass in there. You got to get in there, Jimmy. Him and Deadman, they've, like I say, won 4 out of the last 5 games. This is the fourth straight home game, but I mean, fourth straight road game, but they stayed in Boston back to back. See what I'm saying? So they didn't have to travel. So not necessarily the same. And you had 2 days off, rest advantage. Grizzlies played the Pistons last night. Now I know that it wasn't a hard game, but why would Triple J play here, guys? When you're coming off an injury as a basketball player, you don't play back to backs right there, because that's a high risk for you to injure whatever you're recovering, or even another injury. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think Triple J will play in this game. Maybe that's why the line is going down. Like I say, with him, this is his first back to back of the season here. Then the Heat have lost 4 out of the last 5 meetings versus the Grizzlies, so they definitely should be motivated here. Road team has won and covered the last 3. You got the Grizz; they've won 4 of 5, but they're, like I said, on the back-to-back and 4th game in 6 nights. The 4th and 6 is even bigger than the back-to-back, in my opinion. Here, give me the Heat in this one with the sticky defense plus the rest advantage. Something that I will start to track, but I like it's come up both times today, and I'm riding with both of them, and I think we cash today. To be honest with you, I think we go 3-0 one time for the one time we make it a money making Monday. You dig what I'm saying? We will win. But let's go over here to the streets of Dallas here, guys. Tough game for me. We have the Mavs here, land 3. At the house versus the Phoenix Suns. You'd like to say sticky defense with rest advantage here, but the Mavs don't have a sticky defense, and they really don't have the rest advantage. I mean, the Suns smoked the Spurs yesterday. They were up by 40, 50 points early in that game. So they basically just came off a preseason game yesterday, but they still had to play. They still had to stretch out, warm up, get ready for a game. So Mavs, in theory, still do have the rest advantage. Suns, 3rd game in 4 nights, and 4th game in 6 days as well. But I don't like this game, man. The Suns are going crazy right now. I can tell you that right now, man. They're freaking going crazy. Bridges did hyperextend his knee. It didn't really show yesterday. He had 6 threes, but I still think that's something. And coming off a back-to-back, that Bridges knee might show up today. He may not be 100% in this one. They're still missing Paul. Booker kind of had like he didn't have as good of a game, only 7 for 16 for 20 points. So maybe his streak is over. With light to lean Mavs here, they still have the rest advantage. I know Suns have playoff revenge, but excuse me, it's kind of crazy because when you have playoff revenge, I like to look for them the whole season, but this is somewhat of a different situation because the Mavs were owned by the Suns for so long. Now it's kind of sort of time for the Mavs to start to own them, in my opinion, guys. So usually what I like to do now, like I say, playoff revenge, but they already faced off early in the season, first game of the season, and the Suns, in theory, got some of their playoff revenge. They're still going to want to beat them every time this season. But when I think the Mavs had lost like 11, like 13 straight to the Suns, at some point you want to start to pile up wins versus them, guys. So I hope it makes sense. Would like to lean to the Mavs. It's too close of a game for me to make a play on it. Would I be surprised if the Suns won the game outright? I wouldn't. Would I be surprised if the Mavs really used their rest advantage and hit some threes, balled out at the house, got some same season revenge? No, I wouldn't be surprised either, guys. So would like to lean to Mavs, but I'm just off this game. It's really a tough game for me. It really, I could see it going either way. Lean Mavs -3, nowhere near enough for me to take it, guys. Last game up, and then we're gonna talk about some shirts. We got the Warriors here. Land 11 versus the Pacers. In theory, so the Warriors may sit some guys here. I'll tell you this. I'll give you a secret, guys. The Pacers are horrible in the first quarter. I'm talking about horrible. I could pull it up right now, the stat, but it doesn't even matter, the stats and numbers. It doesn't matter. You just need to know the generalization of a team. This team is trash in the first quarter. I don't know, whatever it is, they'll come out and try to fill you out. They always make a push in the second quarter. So just inside info, Pacers, you fade them in the first quarter, and then you take them in the second quarter. I'm not necessarily saying second quarter here today, but I do still think that the Warriors in the first quarter might be a look. This game will probably get away from the Pacers here. Now, for the Warriors, Wiggins and Poole is questionable. Now, could that mean something? It definitely could. But you do have Halliburton out. I don't know why he's already ruled out yesterday for the next two games. So Halliburton is out in this game. McConnell sat out yesterday with an illness. So that who knows? Did he get some chicken soup or did he get some meds last night? So if he had an illness yesterday, probably still a little sick. So the Pacers really banged up. What is this, the last game of their road trip? I believe this is the 5th game of their road trip. Regardless, they've been over here on the West Coast for a while, guys. Let me just see real quick. So yeah, this is the 6th game of their road trip, man. Just 3rd game in 4 nights, 4th game in 6 nights. All this stuff, man. 6th game in 9 days, all on the road. And then they have another one in a few days versus Timberwolves. They got outdid. That's tough by the schedule makers, but yeah, in theory, Pacers supposed to get ran off the floor here. Like I say, they're trash in the first quarter, so I could only look at Warriors first quarter and full game. If Wiggins and Poole are rolled out, you get a little bit of better line, but Warriors should smoke these guys. I don't have anything on this game, guys, but I just know that the Pacers are horrible in the first quarter. Now, let me get out of here, man. Not trying to waste your time. Let's talk about some shirts, man. $10 off shirts. Use promo code WIN10. You can get the Jay and Shark shirts for only $15 right now, guys. Smack City, Us Against the Bookies, and Let's Get Some Cash shirts. Also, all $10 off, and you get a free pair of shades, guys. If you've ordered a shirt, obviously I was moving. You should have got it by now. If you hadn't got your shirt, please DM me. We're gonna see what's going on. But you should have gotten your shirt. Everyone should have gotten their shirts right now. I know a few people had ordered large gray Smack City. I'm out of those, guys. So if you did order one, please hit me up. I got a lot of stuff going on here, trying to cash as well. So please go get a shirt, man. It makes me feel better about doing this, giving out the overnight picks and stuff. You guys getting some shirts, showing some support here, my guys. So go hit the website jmoneyismoney.com or just shoot me a DM. Show some support if you don't mind. You get a free pair of glasses as well, my guys. And you show some support, man. But for me, man, for 3 picks today for me, guys, I'm on the Clippers. Like I say, then like that little info came out that a few guys were at the club last night. They are going from West Coast to East, but they do need a win, and this one is mainly based on needing PG and Kawhi. I think they come back here. So obviously, if they're not back, this is not a good play, but I think they will be back, and I think that'll give the team a huge energy boost as well, guys. Also, going with the Raptors, they're 9-2 straight up at the house, and they turn up at the house versus good teams. We're rolling with the new angle of mine. We're always trying to learn and adjust. Sticky defense plus the rest advantage. You have a lot more energy to give to defense, and the other team really could just be down on energy. So give me the Raptors here, +1. We hopped on it last night, +1.5. Also, I still like it at money line, -110. I hopped on the Heat as well last night, +2.5. I'll be honest with you. I was taking money line last night at plus money anyway, so I still like the +1. Still like the money line at -105. Regardless, I do think the Heat will win this game, my guys. Obviously, need Jimmy in there. I do think that Triple J sits. So Clippers, Raptors, Heat for me. Trying to go 3-0 one time for the one time, man. I'm not playing around with these books, man. They owe me money, and I'm trying to take it back. See what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Hit the notifications bell as well. That way you get notified every single time I'm going live. I'm posting free picks, guys, on the channel late night. So make sure you hit that notifications bell. It's Us Against the Bookies. Let's get some cash, man. NBA Talk with Jay. Y'all know how we do it. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Appreciate your time, man. Retweet the tweet on Twitter. Share to your social media. Tell your family and friends. Let's get 1,000 people watching live in here, my guys. Let's cash. We out. We will win.